Hi, my name is Dr. Jim Beck. I'm the Chief Scientific Officer at the Parkinson's Foundation. And on this episode of NeuroTalk, I'm going to explain what Parkinson's disease is. Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative disorder that predominantly affects dopamine neurons in the brain. These neurons are located in a part of the brain called the substantia nigra, the result of which produces motor symptoms that people with Parkinson's disease experience, that we as observers can see, as well as a host of other symptoms that affect people with Parkinson's disease called non-motor symptoms. The four cardinal symptoms that a neurologist will use to help diagnose Parkinson's disease are slowness of movement, called bradykinesia, stiffness, tremor, and sometimes people may have problems with gait or balance as part of Parkinson's disease. So these are the symptoms that you and I can see as observers, but there are many symptoms that people with Parkinson's disease experience that are unrelated to their movement. These are called non-motor symptoms of Parkinson's disease. They can include problems with digestion, with gut, leading to constipation. They can include problems with sweating, where people will sweat profusely for no apparent reason. They can lead to problems with blood pressure, where people who stand up will have a sudden drop in blood pressure, or I should say the blood pressure doesn't rise appropriately, and they can faint as part of that. Some people experience cognitive issues with Parkinson's disease, especially as it progresses. These are all related to the non-motor symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Another series of non-motor symptoms of PD include ones that many people may experience. Those include anxiety or even depression that are inherent to the disease process. We don't understand why they occur, but they're something that people with Parkinson's disease find very debilitating. Many people with Parkinson's disease are diagnosed in their mid-60s and begin to experience some of their very first symptoms with typically movement on one side of their body. If they're athletic, they may have trouble with tennis or golf, or it could be something as simple where one of their loved ones will notice that an arm doesn't swing normally when they walk. These are often some of the first indications that a person has Parkinson's disease. While we don't know the cause of Parkinson's disease, and many people will receive a diagnosis of what's called idiopathic Parkinson's disease, we do know that there's some subtypes of Parkinson's disease. One is a genetic form of Parkinson's disease. This rarely affects people with PD. Maybe about 10 to 15% of all people with Parkinson's disease have a specific mutation in a gene that can lead to their Parkinson's disease. Also equally rare, perhaps even less so, is young onset Parkinson's disease. And this is Parkinson's disease that's diagnosed before the age of 50. Typically, we've found that there's a higher propensity of genetic forms of Parkinson's disease among those with young onset Parkinson's disease. The average age for a PD diagnosis is typically in the mid-60s for most individuals. For Parkinson's disease, it is typically a slow and variable progressing disease. Some individuals may experience faster progression, whereas others may take decades for their Parkinson's disease to progress in a noticeable way. Although there's no cure for Parkinson's disease at present, scientists are currently exploring ways with which to halt the disease or maybe even limit its progression for people with Parkinson's disease. In the interim, research shows that one of the best ways for people with Parkinson's disease to improve their lives is through exercise. If you have Parkinson's disease or you have a loved one who does, you're not alone. The Parkinson's Foundation is here to help and to help you navigate through this process. Please visit parkinson.org for more information.